Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Catalysts of Chaos. Join us as we once again venture into the magical world of Eden. Now, before we dive back in, let us once again introduce our band of plucky adventurers. Firstly, we have Hendo, who will be playing Lucille.
Well, what have we got here? Ooh, it's a couple of miscreants breaking the law. You boys got your permit? No? Oh, that's real unfortunate like that is. You see now, we can do this the easy way or the messy way. You could offer me a little something to make me forget that I ever saw yous. Or I could take your dickhead mate's dagger that he's trying to draw all stealthy like and shove it right up your ass before running you in. Yeah, that's right. Put it away real slow. Really slowly. Wise decision, boys. Huh? Me? Nah. Constable Lucille Inglebrook. Don't you fucking forget it. Will you look at the time? Seems me and Princess Sparkles here got an appointment over by the Eastern Gate. I'll catch you guys later, eh?
Next, we have Haley, who will be playing Azula.
Good morning. My name is Azula. I am an 8th elf who grew up in the upper echelons of society. We had slaves, like many, but we treated ours kindly. Others in our country did not. I joined a group of like-minded rebels, and after a violent protest, I was banished from Vendaria. I found direction in becoming a champion for Zanbeare, known for honor, justice, and defending the weak. I can be serious when it comes to protecting the vulnerable of society, but I also have a playful side which I've had to suppress most of my life because of my upbringing.
Luke will be playing Kakran, which leads nicely into Veronica or V, who will be playing Kara.
I am the chosen one. You want more. That's fair and completely understandable. I am on an expedition to experience this world so I can lead our people to their rightful glories. I mean, who wouldn't want to follow these glorious, green, glistening goblin glutes? Oh, this is my baby sister. She also helps.
Baby, you're 2 minutes older than me.
Best 2 minutes of my life.
I am Kara, sister to Kakran, the chosen one, firstborn male of the Burnt Sands tribe. I have the honor to be born second. It is my job to protect him on his path to glory. I must be strong, I must be smart, and I must remember to pack the snacks, otherwise him and Floxy will get very hungry. Oh, you haven't met Floxy? She is my familiar, my other half. A beautiful flying fennec fox that travels with me everywhere, hiding under my floppy wizard's hat when she wishes to nap. Lucky bitch.
Now, without any further ado, let the chaos commence.
When we left the mine, apparently went to the blacksmith, and I think most was just passed out.
Yeah, so we went to the blacksmith. We're going to do a little bit of shopping and then go to sleep, I think. There's a room we've already paid for at the tavern. Well, I went to sleep. Like, I set up a little tent outside of town. So when it gets dark, I'm gonna wait.
Where?
Like the side that the zombies were coming from, so I could be a lookout. That's a great at night.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah, you'd be able to find plenty of room out there to set up a tent.
Yeah. Got my bedroll out.
Mm-hmm.
When it hits nighttime, then I'll wake up and watch. Keyboard. Yes.
What's Lucille doing?
So what's Lucille doing? Well, she's got a room in the inn. She's currently sitting somewhere within the confines of it, just doing this.
With bits of pancake?
Something crunchy. She's not sure if it's meant to be food or not.
Maybe jerky can be crunchy, right?
So
Not
posties,
really.
what's fine.
What about pork fry? They like the
Pork crackling would be
Yeah.
fine.
That'd be good.
That also sounds like something that you would eat a lot.
Just as an entire meal on its own.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it, guys.
have told you guys what I was doing.
That is a very stupid idea, but good luck to you.
Well, they don't have an alarm of any sort. They don't have a watch.
So at what point are you going to sleep?
Tomorrow,
She's already been asleep.
when the daylight comes, I'll go to rest.
So, like when we're traveling to Iron Point tomorrow? Because we need to leave as quickly as possible?
I don't think... How about we talk about it tomorrow morning?
Okay, if you're tired tomorrow, not my problem. Barkeep, I will have your $2 for 2 copperist tankard available, please.
He gives you a tankard of ale for 2 copper.
How much are they normally?
2 copper?
Excellent.
Yep.
Alright, can I have a second one, please?
That'll be another 2 copper.
Of course. Here you go. I got 4 copper. Here you go.
For a moment I thought you were like, well, there's 1 copper and there's another copper.
Cobber.
That's true.
Okay.
Tenderly drinking it
Yeah.
before going upstairs and passing the fuck out.
You are not good.
That just means the alcohol's going to hit nice and hard, right?
That
Pour the healing potion into his beer.
Are you gonna... I know you
Spite.
mentioned about healing. Can you heal him?
Not today. I've already done my heal bit. I'm all out of like those spells.
Also,
Isn't
not
it
tomorrow
your focus
morning
spell?
either.
Yeah. I already done all that.
Well,
Huh?
to be fair, you don't use the lay on hands first thing in the morning. That's usually a bad thing.
Yes.
That's usually a sign that things are not going well.
Well,
We need to rest for 8 hours so I can get my healing back so I can heal you all immediately. What about the rest of the day? No, we don't worry about
we
that.
go nowhere. We stay enclosed in this tiny space.
Anything that comes in dies immediately.
Yeah. Or we
That's
all-
your opinion.
I forget, does the sun go down early or late? What season are we?
It's currently, mid-year, so the days don't actually alter in length.
Okay.
For
So the sun
reasons.
starts going down.
So there's some sets at about 6 o'clock every night.
Is this place with more than one sun or more than one moon?
Moon.
So it's going to be.
There's 2 moons that everyone knows of, and there's rumored to be a third, but you've never seen it.
It's like, I can't see shit in the dark. What about that moon right there? What fucking moon? This one right here! Ha ha! They bear their ass out. It's like, I can't see shit. That's because I'm not shitting. Yeah, I also can't see anything.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You are the only one without dark vision. What?
It's
That's
not
true.
supposed to be.
Really?
No one's just supposed to have dark vision.
Low light vision, I think.
Low light vision, yeah.
Yeah.
Lucille was just born without low light vision.
Yeah, she's a mutant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thou shalt not suffer the... No, wait. Sorry.
Wrong
Whoops.
character.
Okay.
It's like, I've got this fancy color changing thing going on instead of being able to see in the dark. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Oh,
How does sleeping work?
wait. We should go see the herb lady about your oozing.
Yeah, blankets will soak it up. It's fine. Honestly.
Just
So as a
it's
point
okay.
of order, for you to remove the wounded condition, you need to be restored to full hit points and rest for 10 minutes.
Good, I'm on 6.
Nice. Yeah.
So a little ways to go then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe we probably should then.
I'm gonna carry you there.
Alright, I can walk.
I'll like
Mostly.
pick you up and carry you in my arms like this so you're not like hunched over.
Who's that?
I'll carry him
To where?
from the bar to the herb lady.
Oh, to the herbalists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just over the shoulder with the half full taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably being carried.
Yeah.
That's probably good for my ribs.
Yeah. yeah.
Cool.
No, I did medicine on myself.
So the door would be closed when you get there.
Yeah. Can you knock?
Yeah.
It's very lethargic knocking.
Nails as well, that's...
Oh, I mean, he's a goblin. They have nails.
I was trying to find out and make
There would be a little bit of a pause before the door sort of cracks open a little bit, and you see aged face looking out towards you.
Just holding it out and like, fix.
Oh dear. Alright, come on, bring him in.
Let me get my sewing machine.
Yeah. Have you tried Arabs?
What?
Have you tried the blacksmith?
What?
You might be able to cauterize some bowls.
I have produced flame.
That's...
Wait, how much damage does produce flame do? That's terrible.
1d6.
No, it's 1d4 plus my spell modifier, so it's a minimum 5.
Oh, good. Roll low. If you
Because I could kill you.
if you roll a 2, I'm dead.
Yeah.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Yep, so she brings you in and you sort of lay him down on the countertop. Are you being just allowed?
I mean, I'll try and help myself climb up.
Like, you're on hit points, so you're not like incapacitated.
You're on the
or-
same amount of health as I am.
Yeah, but you're not wounded. I'm wounded.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
I'll hobble up on the counter and tell her
Okay.
what the fuck she wants.
Anyway, the old lady basically disappears into the back and comes back a little while later with, you know, that mortar and pestle, and she's in the process of mashing up some herbs.
Can I prestidigitation his bandage clean?
Sure.
Or just like kick open the door and fly the funk out that way?
Okay.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, my blood.
I need that.
Indeed, that's supposed to go back inside of me.
Yes, but you have yesterday's blood on that bandage. And the day before's blood.
Better to have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, both Cara and the old lady like, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Not that type of blood.
So basically she uses the bandage that you cleaned and creates a bit of a,
Poultice.
yeah, and then puts that on the wounds.
This one's in my broken bone.
Pop.
Mean.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Okay, so you will get... Wait.
14, right?
That is not how that works.
Ah, the old lady healing potion.
It's a nice hot cup of tea.
A little
Here you
bit
go,
of
lovely.
the throat.
Cup of tea over here.
So it is... 10 hit points.
Oh, I'm always full.
She does a pretty good job. It's almost
Yeah.
like she's been doing it a lot.
Only a little bit of blood came up that time.
Yeah, yeah. She can't do anything about the lungs. They're internal.
It's fine.
You'll have to fix that yourself.
Point is, I still have 2 of them.
Yes.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is that we need to take the poultice that she used
Just insert it
But
into...
eat it.
and
No, I need to eat a pellet, yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
I mean, that is an option. It's a poor option. She doesn't suggest you do that, but, you know, you do you.
and that's alright. Lucille's not bad.
I'm aware.
Yes, I can.
Just banging
Sounds like
lines.
something you do.
Yeah, I can fix up the rest with the healing potion, so that way you are very well healed for tomorrow.
They're expensive.
They are expensive, but you look pretty wounded.
I don't need it.
How many have you got left? So you've got 4 healing potions for the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 each.
Yeah. That's...
Yes,
in your opinion.
but you have to be. Oh wait, and rest for 10 minutes. How much hit points do you get back overnight?
Constitution.
I'm hoping at least
Multiply.
2.
I'm multiplied by level.
Well, it's constitution, yeah, 2.
Oh, beautiful. Just rest for 10 minutes in the morning when I'm prepping my
I just have-
spells.
Like, doesn't it take you half an hour to eat breakfast?
I just had a little sleep at the time.
That's Lucille.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Gotta cook it first.
Yeah, sorry,
Sorry,
my bad.
gotta char the shit out of it first.
yeah, you gotta cook it, and then you gotta keep cooking it
Yeah,
until
you
it's
start
well
cooking, start
Cook it
cooking
on one
breakfast
side.
at 7 p.m.
And you leave it there until it cooks through to the other side.
Roll me a fortitude save.
Me?
Yes, you.
Sleeping out the cold.
Can she fix this?
What's this?
This is 7
14
points of damage. Sorry.
What was that? 15?
14.
14. Oh, excellent. Okay.
I have an excellent
She
fortitude.
can certainly try.
Okay, I can.
No, it's okay. I've got my details there.
Yeah, I'd like do all of that with Cochrane, and then at the end I'd be like,
You're also
Oh,
an
that's not
expert
right.
at fortitude.
No.
Instead of my toy,
She can in fact not heal that.
She's out of supplies.
No, it's more the
Yeah,
fact that
no,
it's
I
just
get it.
more internal damage, not something that she can really fix.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
puts some poultice and stuff on the worst of it, but it's not going to do a lot.
You got an innie eye and outie.
Yeah. Essentially.
That's how
that
they'll connect in
is
the wound.
far too true of life, brother.
Oh, that just made my comment much worse.
Yes.
What was your comment?
I said that's how they were connected in the womb.
Oh!
Delicious.
Anyway.
So it's yes.
Regret.
Regret!
It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay.
This is always sticky. I clean it multiple times, but it is always sticky.
Probably because it's
Alcohol.
something to regret.
What's the drink again? The chili one?
Yeah.
This.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I was like, what about it? No. Oh, the chili one.
Like, that's the one that burns.
Yeah, for more
That's-
than one reason.
That's what you think.
I do, because it did.
Cool.
Alright, nap time.
Nap time. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, so you're probably already unconscious by this point.
How much do I owe you?
Don't worry.
Okay. I will take him back to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Before I go, I'll let you know the weird shit that happened in the mine. And,
It would be by about this point that feeling of being watched is finally gone.
oh, thank God, I'm finally not being watched anymore.
Watched.
Yeah, this is what happened. And I'll explain everything to her while you cut to Haley.
I was.
What?
She suggests that you might have been being magically monitored.
By
She has no idea.
how much?
Simply from what little she knows about magic and what she's probably read described before, it sounds like somebody was like scrying you or something like that.
How strong would someone have to be to scry me for that many hours?
That's true.
Oh.
Standard scrying spell is usually for somewhere around 10 minutes to an hour.
Oh.
And from what I understand, it can usually cast as a ritual.
Okay, that's not creepy at all.
No, I would beg to differ. I believe that is extremely creepy.
That was sarcasm, my dear. The fact that we found a giant 2-meter tall flesh monster and a weird death aura thing in the forest is kind of leaning into it.
Yes, speaking of giant death aura, are you going to do anything about that?
Yes.
Okay, because sooner rather than later, if you could.
Yes, I don't know if we're strong enough to fight it.
No, see, I don't think you understand. There's something wrong with, she sort of gestures towards the back of the house.
We'll go and look at the back of the house.
Baby's insane.
Sleeps like those. 6 feet above the covers.
Head twisting like a spinning top. Painting the room.
As you sort of walk towards the door, she just sort of stops you.
No.
And she sort of gestures out the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go out the front.
Do what I want it to do.
Like a horrific screaming sound.
Well, I mean, yes. That was my ears.
Well, that peaked all of the audio everywhere.
Yeah. You know how much that's going to take to get out? God damn it, woman.
You said you wanted a horrific screaming noise.
That's not what I meant.
I don't need sound effects.
We're just gonna gloss over that bit. You mute the entire section, listen to it,
Yeah, just
and put a little thing that says like awful screaming sounds.
just do the silent film.
Albert Wilhelm.
Do the Wilhelm scream, yeah.
I can't help but point that out every time it happens.
Yeah, she brings you over. She's like, there's something wrong with Charlotte.
Oh, the little girl.
No, Charlotte's the wife.
The wife. Oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
She just keeps staring into like wherever she is. She's always looking towards the forest.
Use her as a compass.
I mean, certainly could.
That was absolutely my first pull-up. I was asleep, so I kept my mouth shut.
Has she tried to leave?
Possibly, I don't know.
Do you think I would be able to examine her?
I don't think Zachary would let you. He's very protective. Especially because I think he knows something's wrong.
Okay, well, maybe, can you bring Zachary out and I'll have a little chat to him if you watch her while I talk to him? Is that okay?
I could try.
Yeah.
Let's let the 9-year-old diagnose the 30-year-old
Actually-
man.
Oh, wait, hold on, let me go get the paladin. She might, actually, she doesn't tend to know much. Never mind. I'm sorry, Haley, but you really...
That's been so far.
It's bad. Yeah, if it's possible to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll try. And she disappears into the back of the house. And then about probably a minute or so later, Zachary comes out and he looks just about as bad as when you first found him. He sort of says, what do you want?
I was told that there is something wrong with your wife.
Well, yes.
Is it okay if I have a look at her and look her over?
I don't really want anybody else getting in there at the moment because she'll freak out again.
What happened?
Well, do you not remember the trip back from the house?
I didn't know if anything else had happened.
No, but she gets on edge whenever, anybody else is in the same room as her.
But she's okay with you and your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something very magical at work which is rather obvious, but something has been scrying me all day. I want to see if I can check if she has any sort of magical connection going on at the moment.
She doesn't.
No?
No, she doesn't know how to use magic.
Yes, but have you used detect magic on her?
What? No, I don't know how to use magic.
Okay, well I do. What if I like if you just leave the door open a little bit and I look from behind at her and not touch her and I don't get close, but I can cast my spell to see if I can see any magical link.
Roll me a diplomacy test.
Can you take magic see through walls and doors and such?
No.
Sort of.
That's a 10.
What's that?
No, she'll notice.
Is there a window into the room?
Yes. She's got the curtain closed though.
Then what is she staring at?
The wall.
If she moves rooms, does she still stare in the same direction?
Yeah.
When did that start?
Well, it's been like that. I don't know, a couple of weeks.
Weeks?
Yes.
What do you mean weeks?
Well, we have been getting attacked daily by undead for about the last 4 weeks now.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that you stare like a compass in the one solitary direction. Why didn't you say something earlier when we were trying to help you?
Wasn't important. To be fair, you never brought up that there was some kind of super evil out in the forest.
Okay, well,
You just kind of said that you guys had to leave.
so the reason we left so quickly is there is some sort of super evil out in the forest. The undead, it did not create intentionally. They are a byproduct of something else, something more powerful. And if this thing has a connection with your wife, we need to find out to make sure it's not harming her. Or that if we go after this thing, there will not be
If
any
it was going to harm her, it
repercussions.
would have done it already.
Unless it's using her to see what's happening.
But if it was doing that, it'd be looking everywhere else except where it is.
I don't know. I cannot tell you what it could be without being able to look at her.
I'm not the one that has a problem with it, she will.
Let's just give the outside of the door a try. Okay? Is she facing away from the door or towards the door?
So it's away from the door at the moment.
Okay, so I will just try to be stealthy. It's not my best work, but just leave the door open just a little bit.
Alright. Give me 20 minutes before you try.
Okay,
I'll need to get her calmed down because she won't be calm at the moment.
okay.
Yep.
He walks into the room, and the goblin, as he opens the door, sees he goes, it's like, I can't detect magic! Incredibly loudly, just completely fuck up the situation.
Subtle as a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has to open the door to go inside, right?
So you could cast detect magic now, and then when he opens the door, you could see her.
I'd do it.
I would too.
But I've also seen where I end up, so I don't know.
Well, yeah. So he starts to head back in towards the back of the house.
Yeah, see, many other characters I've played would just do what they're suggesting, but I have nowhere else to be. He's passed out. I've got half of my ale and half of his.
Okay, so it's about 6:30 by this point. We'd be sort of setting up, waiting for that. You would just wake up after having had like an hour and a half nap.
Aww. I thought it was late earlier, Danny.
No, it really wasn't.
Okay. About an hour and a half nap.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Set
You
off.
don't feel great, but you also don't feel bad. So you know,
Yeah.
6 1 half together.
Cool. Cool.
I'm still okay lighting. I'll set a torch up
Yeah.
next to me anyway, and I'm gonna attempt to do some repairing of my shield. I'm
Okay.
gonna do a crafting.
Yeah.
I need to get over 14,
Yeah.
correct?
Basically, roll d20, add your intelligence.
My craftings? Oh, my intelligence and craftings go the same. Yeah. 15.
Okay. Congratulations.
So it's fully repaired?
Let's find out because I don't actually know. It does.
I got taught this in my duties. How to repair a shield. Well, maybe I just watched from the sideline, but someone else did it in the party.
Well, I mean, you guess it's not too hard.
I've seen it done before.
Just make sure you hammer some of the bits back into place.
Yeah.
Flatten out the rivets.
Okay, so on a success, you restore 5 hit points.
Hey, it's fully good again.
Plus 5 per proficiency rank you have in crafting.
Okay.
So if you have like 1 rank in it, you do 10 with a success, 15 with 2 ranks, so on and so forth.
Cool. Good. 5 is enough. 5 heals it completely.
5 heals it completely.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Okay.
Your shield's in great
I
condition.
believe
to
that
me.
should be 2 on it.
So you spend probably about 10-15 minutes beating away at the various, rubbing it with oil and all that kind of stuff, but you flatten out a couple of dents that were in it. It still looks pretty beaten, but it's in better condition than when you started. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to sit and watch.
Okay.
The long watch.
Sit and watch the wheat.
Well, I'm watching the area I will also be doing some walking around the side that mostly has had the kind of where we ran from.
Where you went to and from earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like too far from town,
Mhm.
like the edge of town.
You know what you need? A gauntlet.
Well,
What do you mean she's got one? It's a shield.
that's true too. Yeah, just
One
sword.
that you can hit with both hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that will ring loud enough to, one, draw the attention of any and all zombies,
Yeah.
and two, warn all the people in the town at the
Dinner
same time.
time!
You know, there's one flaw in this plan.
What's that?
You didn't really tell people.
I told you guys.
Yeah, but how are you gonna call an alarm if you need to?
I will yell
She can be loud.
zombies.
Yeah, shouting the word zombies tends to alarm people.
And if everyone's on edge anyway, 'cause
Well.
they already know.
Everyone's fairly on edge, yeah.
Yeah. So if they hear it,
Good to know.
What's the shield cost?
Depends what type of shield you get.
What's the basic bitch one?
Basic bitch shield?
Yeah.
Basic
cheapest.
bitch.
What's the cheapest shield you
The
can
cheapest of shields.
get? Yes.
Alright, let's have a look.
I believe it was 2 GP.
No, I reckon you get a wooden
You
one.
can get a
first.
hide shield for 2 gold. Shield sconce.
Sounds like it's gonna be a later thing.
Shield spike. Well, steel shield's 2 gold. A wooden shield is 1 gold piece!
Cool.
Use it as a Captain America frisbee.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I want to try something. I don't think Helen's gonna use a shield.
You're gonna wear it as a gauntlet and
You
punch
could
people.
also buy a throwing shield for 5 gold pieces.
I said
You could actually have Captain America.
America. Fuck yeah.
Save the world every motherfucking day.
Copyright.
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. It was under 7 seconds, so it's fine.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. Cool. So, what are you doing? I know you said that you're patrolling around or anything like that, so just basically keeping a general eye out for
things in the
undead.
forest. Yeah.
Okay.
They're moving. Yeah. I can turn my torch off since I finished my thing and
Just
I
give a
have
little switch on the side.
It's the burning torch. You just flick a switch and off it goes.
Instead. Smart word.
Yes, you can douse the torch. That's fine because you have double.
Well, I kind of actually like I have my bed.
I mean,
to just like dig a little thing and stick the torch in so it just stays up.
would not be hard.
Okay, well I haven't done my bedroll, so
So
I
you
can
know
see
exactly where your bedroll is.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So
and then I can just walk around because I have
Yep.
night vision. It's better to see without a torch in my eyes. So
Depends on the situation. Because dark vision only goes to 60 feet and then it just flat out stops. Whereas if you have a torch, it could glint off reflective things further into the dark.
okay. What would I would have training for this. So
It's 6 one half dozen the other. Each one has their own advantages.
okay,
Like for example, the light of a torch only usually goes about 15 feet reliably, but it can bounce off reflective things further. In saying that though,
eyes, like the zombie eyes.
They'd be milky and dead.
yeah,
Yeah, so they wouldn't be.
Not
So
really.
unless they were wearing armor, then that's probably
even
not.
then, might be. Yeah, well, you didn't remember seeing any with armor. but
Yeah,
also,
I'll just go with my dark vision then.
Yeah, fair. No worries. Roll a perception test as well.
So 12.
12.
She's on my dice.
Solo patrol.
It's a
And-
quiet night, and you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, so really at this point, yeah, there's nothing really to take in apart from the quiet. Like, it's quiet, but you definitely still see, like, hear the sounds of, like, insects and night birds and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like it's, you know, piercing quiet where you hear the sound of every footfall and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not uncomfortable quiet. We'll go with that.
While I'm doing this, I'm thinking probably a good idea to organise with the town, for the town to do a town watch. Think about this now.
Yeah.
Sure, it'd be nice to have some help out here.
Think about it now.
Yeah, it's fine.
She never asked for help.
Not that I can really give it.
I would have if she asked. She didn't ask.
No, she just sort of told you what she was doing, which is fine.
Yeah.
She's a paladin, that's what they do.
Sorry, Haley.
That's fine. My character should
I also
stubborn.
like that you have no spells left.
Pardon?
I also like that you have no spells left. You've used all of your spells for today.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
It's okay. Lucille only knows one spell. And it's axe.
Is it cast iron?
That's a much better one.
I thought it might have been pancake. I don't know why. Those makes more sense.
That's a character ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racial ability, sorry.
No, it's a character ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a character background. That's what that is.
Also the character foreground, especially at breakfast time.
Rest
Okay.
okay. Hand down with generations.
But about 20 minutes pass and you continue doing your rounds, and at that point, it's been about 20 minutes.
Cool.
What are you doing?
Well, you can hold a spell before releasing it, can't you? So you can kind of prep it and then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could do the noisy part down the corridor of like the casting it, and then just like down.
Well, from memory, Detect Magic is a concentration spell anyway.
Yeah.
So, I just want to check. I'm
Pretty
pretty
sure
sure.
before, and then to look through the door on the wall.
Just on 2.
I'm sure my snarl will give you some sort of cover.
No, it is just.
Alright. Yeah.
Does it? Can't
Like-
see a duration.
It's not. It just has a tested one. It also doesn't work like we think it does, but I'm just keeping it that way because I like Detect Magic.
Yep. Just
I like my Detect Magic. It's better.
I would like
Blackjack and hookers.
I would like to ping off everything that's magic here until I get blinded by an artifact. God dang it.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Um,
Alright, so I'll cast it and then
yeah.
wander down.
Well, no, you'll have to do like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like do what it used to do where it had a duration?
No.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I'll like prep the cast and just sort of hold on to it
Yeah.
as I like just gently walk down the corridor.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Door.
You get to the door.
Oh, okay, cool. I was really hoping you didn't make me roll a stealth check there.
You can take your time.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a dungeon.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So
I don't know. Depends how this goes.
I'll get to the door. Is the door closed?
Door is ajar,
Okay, I'm gonna.
except it's the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Well, like so the door. So that's
Opens
the wall.
into the hallway as opposed
It
to
opens into the door that way, but like this is the wall and the rest of the room's out this way. So whilst it's ajar,
It's facing
you
the
can't
wall.
actually. Yeah, you can look into it and see into the room, into the wall. That's it. You don't actually see into the room at all.
Cleaver comes down. Oh, shit.
just.
If only you could cast a spell through your familiar or something. And they could look for you.
You didn't take that, did you? No.
Very
I don't
unfortunate.
think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No, you didn't.
No.
That's unfortunate.
No.
It's a right shame, that is.
That's alright. I've only got 2 things for it, but the next level I'll take a thing and then I'll be able to prep 5 things for Floxy. So.
We survived that one.
Yeah,
That's
multiple.
impressive.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
so
so you get to the door and you're just basically staring at it like,
Fine.
where is shit?
okay. I'll get Floxy, who is much less intimidating looking than myself, to gently open the door.
Okay, get Floxy to roll me a stealth test.
Strength 2. That doesn't look great.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ooh, Floxy's pretty stealthy.
Oh yeah, that's a 14.
It's a 14.
Yeah.
Where are my dice?
Why are they revealed?
Also, if someone snaps around to look at a human, then it's a lot bit of a different height
Yep.
thing.
So Floxy just slowly bats open the door and there's this every time she bats it
Yeah.
and then sticks her head around. And you watch as she like does that thing where they like crawl in behind the door and then they look into the room and you just watch as she freezes. And the hair slowly rises on the back of her.
What is it, Roxy?
Nothing.
Just... Can I fit my head around?
Nope.
You got a big head.
You have, in fact, a large...
Okay,
Why
I'll
are
just
you so
like...
goblin?
I'll just be like... Alright,
Sorry.
come back. Like, just like, tapping her butt so she comes back.
As soon as you tap her, she like almost jumps
Just like...
like a foot into the air and yells at you.
What?
Yeah. And at that point, you start hearing yelling coming from inside the room.
Ah, too late. Open the door to detect magic.
Oh, okay then.
Well,
So
from
you
this far-
basically kick the
No,
door.
no, I don't kick it. I'm just like, yeah, it's too late. Creak open. Like, I still want my body behind the door in case she
Yup.
comes at me.
Flashbang through the...
Okay.
Detect magic door.
So you push the door open a little bit more and fling your head around.
Yeah.
You see Zachary holding Charlotte like against a wall, and Charlotte's pushing him off.
Detect magic. What
Yup.
is going on?
So detect magic goes off. Roll me a perception test.
Okay, let's try the other one. Natural 20.
Yep.
Oh.
You see. The
Also,
best way you have to describe it is what looks like a cloak of darkness encasing her head and shoulders. And it has those same purple orbs.
She's the monster. Put her out of her misery.
And as soon as you see that, you're immediately cold, chills, like shivers running up your spine as you're staring into what you're pretty sure is pure evil.
cool. Knowledge. Arcana? Occult?
Roll me a will save.
Knowledge death! 8 plus 4 is 12.
Yep.
You poop.
You need to get as far away from that thing as possible. What, that is not a human, that is some kind of pure evil abomination, and you need to get away from it.
So what I'm hearing here is regret.
Regret! Regret!
Oh, I hear this in my...
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you only rolled a 12.
And I'm just what's that? Regret. Zachary, we'll talk later. Bye. Where's the paladin when you need it?
Well, you know where she is. Yeah, and at this point, you've made it to the front of the house.
Just his little feet.
Yeah.
Scooby that shit.
As you run down the hallway back towards the front, you would see Floxy up on top of his chest, like, doing the whole...
Like protecting him?
Yeah, down towards back where the house is. And
Yep.
you start hearing, like, shouts coming from
Oh
the
no.
room.
Oh no. Does Zachary need help? He probably needs help.
Well, given the fact that he's very unhealthy, when you first saw her, they were somewhat emaciated.
Yeah.
Wife is in the process of pushing him off of her.
Alright.
And he spent the last month fighting undead, which means that he basically all he had left was muscle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so get to the door, fling it open. Oh,
How does waking up work?
I'm
Roll me a fortitude
screaming
save.
regret as
Yeah,
I
that's
go.
what I mean. Like,
Yeah, roll a fortitude save.
you have to pass it, don't you?
No, you want to
Don't
fail,
fail
it.
it. Roll
Or
low.
you're sleeping.
Use Haley's dice.
Roll a 1.
No, no.
That's a D4.
That's a 4. Is that low enough?
So, what I'm hearing is that you just rolled a nat 20 because it's a 4
What?
on a D4.
That is a...
15
Yeah, that's not going to be low enough.
plus 7.
I'm sorry, fucking what?
We're heavy
It's
sleepers.
Constitution, isn't it?
Yeah,
Plus
Yeah.
2. What I roll?
it's a fortitude
no,
save. So
bad.
Oh, yeah, plus 7. Never mind.
That means we're good at
22.
sleeping.
It's a 22?
Total.
Unfortunately, it's not that you wouldn't normally wake up, it's just that your body has decided
I've
that
had
you need to
better
be
days.
asleep
I've had
now.
better days.
Yeah. Your body has started the reboot process, and it's not stopping anytime soon.
It's, you have to update before you restart. Something to update takes 20 fucking minutes.
Yep. At this point, I would like you to roll another perception test.
Yeah. Ooh, 20.
Yep. So at this point, you would hear a commotion coming from the herbalist's house.
I would hear regret. I know that, you
You would hear muffled,
Oh.
high-pitched voices, one of which you would probably recognize as the goblin, as well as another female voice that seems rather agitated.
Yeah. Okay.
That
And
guy
then,
seems like a bad idea.
yeah. And then at some point, you would hear a door fling open, and then me scream out, "Paladin! Regret! Paladin!" I would be running anyway towards you.
I don't think he wants to be my friend anymore.
Paladin
That's
regret.
her.
just like why the goblin regrets having a paladin. Paladin regret. I'm gonna get
Okay,
the bathroom
so
all
you
up.
start making your way down.
Yep.
Okay, double time. I take it. Alright. So you start running down. You're basically just running for where she said she was going to be?
Well, I'm assuming that I failed a fear check, so I just have to keep moving.
You have to run away.
Yeah.
You don't have to run uncontrollably. You can choose a direction as long as it's not towards the creature.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd grab his ass on my way out.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You just can't go towards it.
Oh, I hate it when my bag gets hooked in my chair.
Yeah, I know, it's a real uncomfortable day.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was mostly just trying to move it out. Alright,
So what are you doing?
where were we?
Getting
We
crying.
were waiting for you.
Running.
Okay.
Once
so-
again, running like a bitch.
Panicking.
Yeah.
You've
so-
grabbed your brother and Foxy is attached.
And I have flung open the door. Yeah.
I would say at this point you would wake up.
Yeah.
Both with the you being dragged off the bench and the fox that is clawing into your chest, you would have woken up at this point.
Yep. I open up the door. Regret!
What?
Regret!
Who? Where?
Paladin! Regret!
You're being dragged down the road.
Oh, no. I get to the door and stop and I remember, fuck, the baby. Good God. The baby. I can't go back in there.
You
Put
can't
the baby.
hear it.
Go save the baby.
What? Just stumbles along. What?
In the back room. Go save the baby.
Okay. I fucking know, man.
Yes, what are you doing? You've
I
just
guess
been
I'm-
flung to your feet.
So I dragged outside and told to go back in, so I'm
Oh, you weren't quite
Alright.
out the door yet.
I'm looking for a baby.
You know, back
How
room.
does-
Go save the baby. The woman's possessed or something by the darkness.
At this point, you would hear the sound of breaking glass.
No! Go save the baby.
No one throws
Back
baby
up.
through a window.
Huh?
No one throws baby through a window.
They bounced, don't worry about it.
You would hear the sound of breaking glass, and you'd probably see Kara out the front door of the herbalist's house.
I will do my best to get over my disorientation and head towards the back room, I
Yep.
guess.
Okay. You've still got
Yeah.
a fox attached to your front.
Okay, good girl. Oh, fuck. What? Ah!
Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm going towards the back room.
Okay. So you just sort of start walking down towards the hallway.
Sure.
Is
Okay.
this also that lady's house?
Huh?
Is this also that lady's house?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's she? Her house too.
Yeah, so as you start walking back down the hallway towards the room, you would see that she is sort of... She looks a bit shaken as she's like sort of... So you've got like the hallway and the door into the room where Zachary and Charlotte have been staying is on the right, and then the door to Mrs. Wallace's room is on the left. And you can see she's standing in the doorway to her room and she looks pale. And the door into the other room is open. And you can see and you see basically Zachary unconscious on the bed, and you can see blood coming out of his head. And there's a window that has been completely smashed out.
Alright. I mean, I guess I'll go look for this baby.
Alright, so you start looking around. Roll a
Yeah.
perception test.
Yeah.
You don't hear any crying.
I can find the pub.
Yes.
But it's a
So
different
I
kind
go
of pub.
and I
Wait, is that a one?
That's a 2. So my perception is 4.
Nice.
Is that a 7? That's a 7.
Is it?
That's a 7.
Oh.
So it's a
I have
nine.
9 then.
Still no better. Still can't see anything. You don't see a baby anywhere. You don't see like a bundle of baby-sized stuff.
Alright. I'll go check on old mate. Please.
Yep.
Flesh wound or whatever it is.
He's breathing, but he's unconscious.
Alright. Poke your head out the window.
Yep.
I
You
guess
don't see
I'm gonna
anything.
it. Alright.
At this point, you would arrive just behind Kara, who's probably still standing at the doorway.
No, I heard the sound of breaking glass. That's not towards the room. I'm gonna go out and go and see what the glass was.
Then towards the
You
room.
can't approach the back half of the house because you don't know where she is, and you're not getting anywhere nearer to her.
Head around the back, there was smashing glass. I can't go there, but just check on the woman who's possessed and may have taken the baby.
What woman who's possessed?
Clara, Charlotte, whatever her name was. Go! Be a paladin.
Quick,
Okay.
keep running the wheat.
Be a paladin. You know what I'll do? I'll go get the gnome. That's what I'll do.
Okay, I run outside to where the glass... Or where she pointed for the glass.
Basically, she points through the house.
Like the glass shattered around the back. Go check in case she escaped.
So you're telling me to go outside the house, right? Or you're telling me to go
Just
in?
fix it. Save the baby. Fix.
Well, baby would be inside. So I run
Probably.
inside. Yeah.
Alright, so you run inside and
Yeah.
start making your way basically the same way that he went through the main part of the house, down the main hallway to the back. And you can see, like I said
Yeah.
before, the door open on the right, door open on the left with very shaken looking old lady.
When I see Miss Wallace, I'm like, have you seen the baby?
No.
Right, cool. Alright.
Have you seen a baby?
Alright, so we're in the same room.
Yeah.
I'm like, Zachary is on the bed. Okay, Mrs. Wallace, Zachary needs your help.
Oh yeah, that too, but also there's something about a baby.
You don't hear her say anything.
Miss Wallace?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I go into her room.
Is the possessed woman still in the house?
Charlotte,
running
I
down the
can't
street
see
towards me?
Charlotte.
Turn to Miss Wallace. Are you possessed?
No, but she's not moving from her room.
I guess not.
Sorry.
Roll in a sec.
Sound effects.
Alright, I will look out the window.
So the window's gone, it's been completely
Yeah.
smashed out.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would like to look out
So
of it
you
with
move
my
over.
dark vision eyes.
Yeah.
My
Roll
dark
the
vision
perception
eyes.
test.
As opposed to your normal vision eyes.
Alright, so you still don't want to get near her, but you feel like you overcome the
Enough
terror.
distance.
16.
16. You would see footprints leading away from the door.
In the window.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about
Sorry, yes, window.
a Single story window.
Yeah, it's a
Cool.
single story hut, so
Cool.
yeah, it's a little hamlet.
Miss Wallace,
Wait,
please
I'm
come
listening.
in here where Charlotte is gone, but Zachary needs your help.
You hear the door close.
Alright, I'll go back in, I'll pull my bandage off here, this'll help me. I'll roll medicine.
All
No
your,
worries!
like, all your blood falls out.
Just the half used.
Wait, is that medicine -1? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I will.
15.
Alright.
That's better than she
Roll-
got.
15 total.
Roll 2d8.
Just roll that twice.
No, I'll just do 2 at a time, it's fine. I got a 1 and a 6.
Nice.
7.
So somehow through the combination of you using like your bandage.
It's probably got a bit of leftover good stuff on it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of leftover good stuff, as well as the fact that it's probably quite pungent, so that would probably help to wake him up. You get around the process of like bandaging his head, and you see his eyes shoot open as he sort of sits up.
Have you seen a baby?
No, where is she?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be asking you.
It seems like Charlotte's gone out the window, but did she take a child?
I don't remember. She threw me against the wall.
Yes. Yes. Right.
He looks terrified.
Something's not quite right with Charlotte. The wizard
Really?
was figuring that out.
Telling me this now.
Yes, the wizard's trying to figure it out.
He has a quick look around. What, you mean the little gnome? Sorry, goblin.
Goblin.
No, stick with the gnome. The gnome knows what she's doing.
I'll pull out a bag of jerky and start shaking it. Here, bop, 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 bop. Works for goblin baby.
Exactly, it's how you attract goblin children. They're like cats.
Right.
The scent of meat brings them in.
Okay.
He immediately jumps off the bed and sort of moves around to a part of the room that you guys hadn't really noticed. It was sort of in the dark corner.
Yeah.
And you see there's like a pile of fabric on the ground. He sort of like looks down and she's gone.
Okay. She's taking the baby. She's taking the baby. Okay.
He just sort of sits on the ground and just stares at the pile of fabric.
Right. Well, she has footprints. We'll go get our ranger and follow her as best as we can. Right.
He, at this point, is basically just completely shut down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't help him.
Kinda can,
More
but...
pressing issues of the baby.
Well, exactly.
Yes.
You can help me by getting the baby back.
We're going to attempt to get the baby by
Oh my god,
following.
it's Darkwings all over again.
Fucking baby.
Very well.
It would be at this point you would arrive at the tavern.
Open the door. Lucille! Is she in there?
You can't see me, but you can hear me.
Just, Lucille, a possessed woman may or may not have taken the baby. Come quick!
Poke my head out. What?
Darkness, possession. Save the baby. Come on.
What?
Just, I'll tell you on the way. Come on.
You can't even tell me now.
We're not very cooperative, are we?
I'll explain it
There'd
to
be
you.
a couple other people in the bar as well who have all stopped and are staring at you with this confused and quite honestly, like, mortified look.
I'll explain it to you on the way so I'm not yelling it across the bar. Everything's fine. It's fine. We're fine. You're fine. Lucille, hurry up.
If I'm fine,
No,
stay right.
test.
Sorry. I've gotten so into this, I've lost my accent.
I did notice that.
Alright, Lucille, let's go. It's time. We're fine.
It's a situational
fine.
accent.
You're fine. Okay.
Well, I mean, she was only with the dwarves for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I would assume that in times of extreme stress, she would probably drop it
Yeah.
subconsciously.
And go back to Bergen Australia?
Yeah, essentially, because the goblins would probably have a Bergen Australian accent.
Yeah.
Always drunk, live in the desert.
I mean,
Right, sweetheart. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
come
thanks
from
a
the
lot,
land
Mom.
down under.
Love you too.
Yeah.
18.
18?
18. It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. Lucille,
It's a goblin
now.
thing.
Oh, good. It's okay. We're fine. It's fine. You're
No
fine.
worries. Yep. They all go back to their drinks at least.
Code regret. Do you have any other cards?
Do we need more? What's wrong with
You
you?
can see she looks terrified.
Alright, do I need my shit?
You need everything you can to throw at the fine situation.
Alright, give me a minute. Go upstairs, into my room, grab my shit, put my armor back on, because I'm not sitting in a pub eating lollies
No.
and chips. It's been a friggin' plate mail.
Yeah.
I go and take off the leftover food from her plate, shove it in my pockets, and leave.
Okay.
Wait,
no
go head to the door. Let's go.
No, she took it with her.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. It's fine. It's fine.
Take the
We're
plate,
fine.
shoveling it into her mouth as she goes, just eating the entire time. Doing a buckle, another handful. Why can't I fucking do this on my own? Why don't I make armor so it's outright that it wouldn't be useful anymore?
That is in fact how that works.
Like this. Why did I agree to this? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really a agree or disagree kind
Yeah.
of situation.
You're fucking
unfortunately.
Henry.
Shit. So I take the amount of time it takes to get all my things together. It's like,
To grab all your stuff and get your armor on probably takes about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
With the majority of that being putting the armor on.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then I'd tell you to meet me at the herbalist's. And I'll
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be there soon.
TM.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yes.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Well, I would have ran out of the house and been like, Kakaran, follow me, please.
Alright, as we got out of the house, I would have also probably headed to the tavern since you're
Yep.
our best bet at following.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not that good at tracking. And these guys aren't either. So, yeah, I would have made it to the tavern and I would
You're
be
probably
thinking-
getting to the tavern just as she comes back out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you got Lucille?
Lucille is getting her shit and her armor on, so I told her we'd meet her back at the herbalist. Do you find the baby? The baby's okay? Okay, good.
The baby is not okay. Charlotte has taken the baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to the bartender. And I'm going to ask the bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to ask him if he can set a town watch tonight.
Mhm.
I'll rustle a couple of guys. It's at least someone that can give us a bit of a keep an eye on things.
That would be wise. We have an incident, so we're going to have to. We're going
Yeah.
to be.
What happened? I didn't get much out of your little goblin friend.
Possessed lady ate a baby.
Did not eat the baby.
What?
Yes.
Someone who had been exposed for quite some time in the forest of the undead.
Why are you telling everyone
No,
this?
I'm just telling the bartender. Is
He's the guy in charge.
Oh, it's very
reacting
good
odd.
idea. It's very
and has
good
run
idea.
into the forest, and so we are going to try and get her back.
Okay. Roll diplomacy test.
This is how you start a panic.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a leader of this town, so he should know how to.
barkeep. It's not as though he's a mayor.
No, he's like the town
There
leader.
is no man.
Yeah, he's like the unofficial.
You know how which
You know what? I'm good at this stuff. So that is a 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're able to tell him in a way that gets across all the important details and gives him a sense of urgency, but doesn't scare him.
Yeah. If you guys have people alarmed, you guys
Yep.
have it. Yep.
Yeah. He takes the. He's been around for quite a while, so he gets the whole. This is bad. This could get a whole lot fucking worse too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
Oh, I never
basically
thought.
just sort of nods and goes, "Yeah, leave it to me. I'll get something sorted."
Excellent. Wait for Lucy.
Yep.
That's not right.
No.
Oh. That's pretty good. Sparky, get out of there. I feel right.
So what
Go
are you
up to Lucille's room.
doing? Go.
Lucille, do you need help?
With
It's
what?
kind of urgent. To get ready to go.
I'm good. I've done this before.
Yeah, what's this?
So,
You're not me, Mum.
No, I'm not.
You're very particularly flammable.
I've got various alcohol.
So
Is it
if
very
you're
flammable?
present, just
It depends on the proof. Some of the more expensive stuff can be pretty flammable.
oh wait till they're done.
Never mind then.
So I've got all the money with me and
Yeah, I
I've
just
run off back to
remembered.
the...
Well, yeah, that's right. I'm
What's up?
skint broke.
What the fuck is going on?
Charlotte, the woman we saved from the forest, well, I got from the wizard that she's possessed somehow, and she's stolen the baby, and has
Is
run
it stealing if it's yours?
into the forest. So she could just be unwell. I'm not sure, but the wizard has said she's possessed. So it's probably best in the middle of the forest that we go and get her and that baby at
Correction.
night.
I said she's possessed by the darkness.
Yes, possessed by the darkness.
She just says possessed.
She doesn't need to relay that bit of information.
No, not even slightly.
It's the thing that was following us.
Oh, that wasn't dark. It was
Yeah.
pale with
There could
purple
be-
eyes.
There'd be a lot of darkness.
Some would say it was quite the opposite of darkness.
Very bright.
Pale with purple eyes.
Jeez, thanks, guys.
It's like, right, what about what's his face, the husband?
Aye. She knocked him unconscious, but he's alright now. Not emotionally.
So what I'm hearing is he needs a drink.
Perhaps when we get back.
No, I mean he needs it right now.
No, I think he needs his baby back.
Yeah, we can't have one before the other.
No.
I mean, that's literally true.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Well, the best bet I think would be to track them as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm working on that. The thing is, what are we tracking?
The footprints of the.
No.
No.
What
we do
are we
not.
tracking?
Charlotte.
That's not it. What? That's a who.
Tracking the
A
baby.
person.
That's also not the what I was referring to in this case. Fuck it, whatever. Let's just go.
It's at points like this where you realise just how naive the woman is. It's like, I know you're trying, but Jesus Christ, you're dense.
I love you all.
No, it's
So sweet.
it's fine.
Don't worry. No, we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we amble in a quick manner.
I would assume it would be somewhat quick.
Yeah, like
I mean,
a,
I'm still.
Well, you'd probably be walking at your normal pace, which would be slow for you in this situation, but everybody else being,
short.
yes, is moving as fast as they
It's
can.
a casual skip.
Yep.
And technically, we all have the same surroundings.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sore still.
You've had a bit of a sleep and you... Oh, no, you're not back to full health yet, are you?
It's 2 points.
I had 16 with 3 wounds.
Just the perfect conditions to be running off into an evil haunted forest in the middle of the night.
Hey, Kakaro, take it easy. You know, for the record, he only needs to rest for 10 minutes. So if you give him the potion, or Lucille's getting ready, he can lose his wounds.
That's a lot of money down the drain for 2 points.
That's you possibly dying.
Eh.
If anything, that
Not
is...
possibly. Probably.
That is fair. Oh, yeah, because you have to put the whole thing on, aren't you? I'm like, we don't have time, I'll just leave it and suffer and die. That's fine. Do I just click at use? Bam. Right at 1, I did.
Oh!
Can I roll my dice instead? Yeah, that didn't help too much. I think it was off. We got ripped off.
Hero points exist.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those bad boys.
What, a second time?
7.
That's
Woo!
bad. I can see the one.
Yeah.
Again.
There we go. I had to find the 8 on the keyboard.
Cool. So you're now down your hero point, but at least you healed.
Yeah, well,
So now you need to wait 10 minutes.
I'm just gonna.
I mean, he will have time
Yeah.
because I have plans.
Yep. I like that you had plans. Gives me confidence that it's not just going to be a TPK.
Yeah.
Alright. Congratulations. By the time you come downstairs and get everything sorted, what are you doing?
Okay. As in coming downstairs, or
Yeah.
if I see them, meet up with them, but then presumably I'll go, say, right, take me to the source of the crime.
No worries.
Take me to the scene of the crime.
How do I remove
It's a kidnapping.
crowds?
It's a crime. It is. Even if they do own it.
I suppose, but time is of the essence. Should we not follow
Right
straight
click.
away?
Oh, I mean, you could absolutely do that if you desperately want to.
I feel like we should.
Should what?
That we should follow straight away.
How long have you been a member of the guard?
I was a member of the guard. Now I'm a member of the church guard.
So still the guard, okay.
Sure.
Sometime.
That story, like 10 years.
Yeah, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like those
So
kids.
I've been doing it a little bit longer. Since she was about 15.
Yep.
Which is strange because
Yeah,
she would have been the
15
equivalent of
years.
about 5.
Yep.
4 or 5 years old.
Well, no. How old are you?
I am 110.
Yeah. So,
I'm 49.
yeah.
So I'm technically, by human standards, 15.
Nice.
I'm a child.
It's fine, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I lived long enough.
Yeah.
A very well-travelled child.
Very unhealthily
Oh,
traveled.
yeah, incredibly unhealthy.
Alright, so.
So you've been a cop for 10 years. Ever had to track down a criminal?
Yes.
Right. Did you make sure? Well,
Not forest-wise, more like in the city.
No.
Like track it and talk to people to figure out who the crime was.
No.
In my
That'd be
small town.
That wouldn't have been stuff that would have really happened in a small town.
let's just rock up to the house. Boom, boom. You tit, come here, give it back.
In like towns like Troutbeck and stuff like that, the things the guards deal with are basically breaking up fights in the taverns, helping deal with troublesome people coming through town, which doesn't usually involve too much effort, and killing monsters that get too close to town.
Okay, so we would have had ranges.
There's not a lot of there's been a murder and we need to investigate to find out who's done it, because that's more something that would happen either in the capitals or something like that. Like, it doesn't happen so much out in the woods or out in the country. So it's not like you would have ever really had anything like this situation before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not this particular situation, no.
Right. So, you've never done a full crime scene investigation before?
No.
Right. So, step 1, isolate the scene of the crime. Step 2, question witnesses. Step 3, get forensics on the job.
That takes
And Sparky pops up on the shoulder at that point and goes, squeak.
But they're in danger, and we know where they're going. We have the footprints.
Do you?
Yes, there are footprints.
Do you have footprints? Did you check? Did you see where they went? Do you see how far they've gone?
I have not. I've just seen some footprints of those directions.
Right, do you know 100% exactly what it is you're dealing with? I'm
yes.
assuming walking there while we're having this argument.
Yes, very much so.
Okay,
Very
good.
much having this conversation whilst you're walking down the street towards the
Right, so while we're having this argument, I'm distracting you while we walk into the house and into the scene of the crime.
So it would be do you understand exactly 100% what you're hunting? And you're starting to get a little bit, on edge about it all.
The word hunting probably throws you.
Very much so.
Person.
Yes.
It's a person.
At this point, you'd be walking in through the herbalist front door and into the back room.
Right, good. Stop. Sparky. Forensic mode.
Yep.
So getting her to... She's done this before. She knows to smell for things that smell weird, smell for
Yeah.
shit, smell for blood. That'll be pretty obvious.
Blood, yes.
Yep.
Probably a little bit of shit.
Probably in this case, because you said
Roll
possessed, so probably...
perception
Sulfur.
first.
Alright, so for me personally, that is a 19.
And for Sparky as well.
Sparky's like +5 or something? I don't know. I think it's +5. Natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 25.
So you start looking around and she jumps off your shoulder and starts all that kind of stuff. You find, first things first, you find Zachary sitting in the corner
Yep.
next to what you very quickly identify as the swaddling, clothes of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Gone, no blood though. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sparky would notice there's blood on the bed, but connects that to
His
Zachary.
head wound.
Yeah,
Yep.
his head wound. Which she noticed was somehow quite well treated, all things considered. So
A question mark appears above it.
who treated this man?
This is like question mark.
I
shrug,
am getting
whatever.
that back at some point.
I need to reattach it.
I'll be coming back for that.
He's lucky.
Second question mark appears at the window.
Like,
You move over to there. That's the next sort of obvious point for you anyway. It's not like the window is broken. It's the window sill has been exploded outwards.
Okay. It's like,
That's not something a human can do.
no.
No.
It's like, right, any traces of ichor or blood on the window
Blood,
itself?
yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So she's probably...
Not as much as you would be expecting though.
Alright.
So it hurt her, but nowhere near as much as it probably should have.
Light lacerations, probably end up hitting the frame more than the actual glass
Yeah.
itself. Like, look out. Examine the wreckage that's on the other side of the window, see if it's still in the sill itself, and the frame, sorry.
Little bit.
Mostly. It's like the window.
All the glass is shattered.
Yeah.
You can see like the window frame itself has been broken into like 3 main pieces. So the force she used when she busted out of the wall was enough to like completely shatter the glass and break the frame, but it was enough that it also just sort of tore the frame out instead of just breaking it.
So probably, I want to say probably like a full body against it, knock the whole thing out of the wall.
Essentially.
Yeah. It's like, right.
Now, for smells, you get blood, urine, poop.
Yep.
And there's another one that Sparky picks up on that she's probably never smelled before.
Alright, describe it to me. Squeak, squeak, squeak. That's not helpful. Like smoky, spicy.
The best way she has of describing it is old bones in the sewer.
That's not good. Fuck, we're dealing with a corpse.
No.
Shit.
No. Like, when she says old bones in the sewer and you say, oh, well, it's a corpse, then she goes, no, older.
Oh.
Like, years.
Oh dear. Oi, you. I'm assuming you people are here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're all basically watching you
I'm
walk
watching
around
you
just
walk
mumbling to yourself and the rat.
Muttering, just arguing with the rat, picking up things, smelling it, or leaning down, smelling things, touching it, looking at it, licking that. That shit. Yeah.
So I am assuming I'd get there before these guys arrive. Because I'd run out while they were waiting for Lucille.
Okay.
There's about a 20-minute gap between when you leave and when we get there.
Okay.
Yep.
So what were you doing in that 20 minutes?
I would be using detect magic on the room to see if there's any remnants of the thing that was in there.
You get the same feeling as you did from the house in the wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot less potent, but it's the same sort of feeling.
Okay, and so is it directional in the way that you run? Or is it just in the room itself as like an aura stain almost?
Roll me a knowledge arcana or, like, sorry, not knowledge arcana. Roll me arcana or occultism, your choice. Depending on which one you use will give you different results.
Let's go occultism. This shit's whack, yo. That's 20 total.
20 total?
They're both at +7.
Well, yeah, I figured they're both the same. It's just depending on which one you use will give you different sways on the information. The best way you have of describing the energy is like it's stained. Yeah.
Cool. Does it seem like it's receding at all, or like it's...
Slowly, it's one of those things that'll probably dissipate over time. But whatever it was that caused this, i.e. the Charlotte, obviously because they were spending all their time in the room, and whatever this thing was that's attached itself to her, I don't know, you don't really have a better way of describing it, it's stained the room in basically evil. Well, actually, evil's not the right word.
Malice.
Corruption. Like, everything has a certain energy to it, which is especially prominent through magic. This tends to stain and corrupt whatever it touches.
Like nature's rust.
Like a rust
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of describing it. It's like rust. Just, if it's there long enough, it'll just start to corrode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it sort of has a tang of like death and rust.
No.
No?
No, actually, the best way you have of describing it is probably a tomb.
With mushrooms.
God, I hope it's not a witch. I say
I wouldn't be that mean yet.
I mean,
Exactly.
look, as far as I'm concerned with this character, part of the reason she's so scared of everything is I refuse to take into account what you would willingly throw at us at this level.
That's fine.
And that's why my character is like, oh dear God, I hope it's not a lich. Because for all she knows, it could be.
Like, ancient tomb, corrupt people. That sounds like a lich.
Something that is creating undead without trying. I mean, it feels like something that a lich could do.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
It'd probably be about that time that you guys would arrive there, all that kind of stuff.
And then I push my way in, pretend that I know what I'm doing.
And actually
I don't know, you seem to be doing pretty well so far.
I'll check on the old lady too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, well,
That's
you're
happening.
doing your investigations, you check in on Mrs. Wallace. She is basically white as a sheet and sitting on her bed shaking.
I'm assuming I would know about fear effects.
You felt them pretty
Yeah.
thoroughly so far.
Yeah, but I know that they're a magical effect that can be.
Oh yeah, no,
able
there
to-
is
Yeah.
certain. I'm pretty sure you have the ability to do so. Hold on, let's have a look at your spell list. Prestidigitation. Okay, so you can't cast them, but they would you would definitely have some fear effects.
Mhm.
I think chill touch would be
Yeah.
something similar.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it? What I've gone through, does that feel like that's what it would have been?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Except this is less a fear effect, as in like a magical spell. This is a fear effect from something that is simply powerful. But things that are adequately powerful tend to have an aura around them of just
Like-
fuck off.
Like I heard that dragons can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's not the dragon.
Yes.
I hope. Okay. Well, she's obviously still having trouble with that. So
Yes.
I'm gonna make a stiff cup of tea
No worries.
for her, and then if there's any whiskey, then I will give the father a cup of whiskey.
Okay. No worries.
If not, I will also give him a cup of tea.
Okay. Is Cochran doing anything, or are you just sort of waiting around to be told what to do?
I mean,
Actually, no. At this point, you probably need to be resting for your 10
yeah, I was
minutes.
about to say that. Cause,
All right.
yeah.
So what are you doing whilst you see everybody else sort of going about doing various things that you're not really sure?
I'm watching this one.
All right, so you're just
what
watching him.
What
Yeah.
he's doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You're not sure what he's doing, but whatever it is, there seems to be a method to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
just making notes. Maybe I'll ask later
Yeah, that's fine.
what he's doing.
Okay. But we get to the point where you ask. I'm assuming you were going to ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, old bones and shit.
Good option.
Right. What does that mean?
Are we still in the room with the lady? Like, did you come
No,
into
no,
the
no,
voice?
No, so
Yep.
Mrs. Wallace is in her room.
Mhm.
Then there's the room where Zachary and Charlotte and Anne were.
Yeah, so I would have gone into her room to give her a cup of tea
Yeah.
and just like help her drink some of that to see if I can shake her out of the fear effect.
Yeah, she seems to be recovering a little bit. It's taking some time, but also she's not exactly built for this like you guys are.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably as you come out of the room would be when he tries to find you. So
Just he needs a cup of tea too.
sure.
Just go and sit down near the gentleman.
Is he still comatose, as in staring blank?
Yeah, pretty much.
So easy enough to force drink it.
Yeah.
It'd be a strong cup of tea that sort of
That's
like, would
fine.
probably give you a kick. So he's probably in shock, to be honest. Just like, yeah.
Well, he doesn't look like he's been electrocuted. Whatever that is.
He slowly drinks it. It seems to slowly come around. Takes him a little while, but yeah.
Huh?
I motion to out the door,
Oh.
so we're not talking about this
I
in
know,
front of Zachary.
You're pointing at
Yeah, I'm just like,
What is it?
I'm like,
Well, actually, Azula would probably be standing sort of in the doorway watching you guys work. So
actually, because it's been a little bit, I'll read you Detect Magic and see
Sure.
if it's still fading.
yeah, it's still fading.
The trail outwards, do I feel like I can feel something heading out?
Not really.
No? Okay, cool. Alright, let's leave the room for a minute to talk about this.
Right. We need someone to board up that window.
Sounds like a good thing for you to do.
Yeah.
How's he supposed to reach it?
Accurate.
There's something to step on.
You old man, come sit here. Let me jump on your shoulders.
Do you think that's a priority right now?
Yes, someone should be doing that.
Yeah. Need to secure the house if, say,
Yeah.
for example, a zombie horde comes.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
See, don't question my methods, regardless of how questionable they are. I may not know what I'm doing, but I at least know what I'm doing. Wait. Disregard everything I just said.
Actually, it's Kakran. If the chosen one will allow it, can you do the window so Zulu can be a part of this conversation? I know you don't know a lot of religious stuff, but I mean, maybe, possibly.
I'm so excited when you finally roll above like a 15th of religion. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
great.
yeah. No, I remember Sunday school now. Yeah, that's
No. This is the one thing I actually learned.
It's like, oh wait, this was the ghost story I love to scare myself with. Ooh. Back in my 50s.
Alright. Does she have a fucking shed or something that I can try and find some boards and nails?
Yeah, she does act because the back of the house has a large area where she grows all her herbs, so it has a shed outside with some tools in it for maintenance.
Cool.
So yes, she does in fact have a shed
Well,
with
shit.
some boards and some
There we go,
nails.
that was convenient. Alright,
Alright, so you roll a craft test.
that's the thing I
You
have.
can
So-
just push a chair to the window, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Don't worry about that.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, so it's basically you roll d20, add your intelligence modifiers because
That's
I'm
a zero.
assuming. Hey, it's not a -1.
It's better than mistakes.
92.
So 9.2.
There's your dice.
It's a 92 and that's about an 18.
I mean, I'd take it. Never mind, that's a. Oh. No, that's a 12. I thought that was a 20.
I thought it was an 18. That would have been swell.
12? Okay. So, whilst Kakaran goes outside and gets to the business of studying up the externals,
Yeah.
what are you three talking about?
Yeah, why do we have to come out of the room?
Because I don't want to talk about what happened to his wife in front of him. He's in shock and his baby has been taken and his wife is possessed by whatever force that was in the forest.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, the
Possessed by darkness.
sorry, I was talking in the magical essence term. Yes, he was pale, but the overwhelming sensation is of dark dooms, kind of like rust, but like more mothy death. Not a great flavor to have in your aura. Anyway, I don't know exactly what is going on, but there was the dark shadow behind her, like enveloping her, but had those piercing purple eyes, and its sense of power drilled into my brain and made me so scared I could not control my own body.
Can I do a religion check?
Sure.
on the-
Yeah, this is called the fear effect, like dragons have, or people can.
That is in fact about 15.
Make 23.
This was in fact the one that you paid attention to in Sunday school.
Really?
Yeah.
You finally start piecing everything together.
I know. I'm gonna write this in my notes.
The reason it took you so long to try and actually figure everything out is because what is here is a very obscure part of like arcane and religious knowledge. So there's the four types of there's the four brands of magic, which is, primal, arcane, occult, and divine. Then below them, there's technically two others, purity and corruption. The problem with the purity and corruption is that they don't usually rear their ugly heads because they're hard to control. Well, it's not that they're hard to control, it's more like you don't control them, they just sort of do whatever the fuck they want. You kind of hope it's what you're aiming for.
It's like, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Chaos.
No.
It's like chaos and order.
It's directed chaos.
The problem is that they are very directed to a goal. in that corruption just wants to corrupt everything. And purity just wants everything to be pure. Problem is, it doesn't give a fuck if that destroys everything in the process.
Absolutes.
Yeah. So they usually keep each other in balance and everything's fine. Also, to actually utilize them is quite powerful magic. Because of how they interact with each other, they usually don't allow anything to use them. Because, basically the way it works is trying to draw, say, on corruption, purity will be drawn to it naturally to try and counteract it, essentially. The problem is, it looks like this is some kind of corruption thing. You're not sure what it is, because nobody does.
If purity is drawn towards it, and we keep running away from it.
What do I know is good against corruption magic?
Purity.
Purity is about it. It's not that there's something that's good against it. Purity, of course, is good against corruption, but it's not like it's particularly. It's not like it's more damaging in instantaneous uses or anything like that. The problem is what its long-term effects is, where it will eventually just start breaking everything down. Because there's a natural overlay of magic on the world that basically holds everything together. Problem is, purity and corruption tend to just basically destroy that and replace it with their own essence.
What is being used to counteract it? Or
There isn't anything being used to counteract it.
except purity?
Yeah.
But purity is a type of magic, like corruption is, but it's none.
Think of it more as, let me know if I'm wrong, magic is something that you can draw on. These are more like primal essences that make up the world. Divine, arcana, occult are substantial magical things that you can access, through gods or spells, and that you can draw on those powers or those worlds within you. This is something that you can't draw on.
No, it's more the four normal schools of magic, so divine, arcane, primal, and occult. They each have entities that exist within them and sort of helped create them in the first place. So for the divine, it's the gods. They embody the divine essence and all that kind of stuff. You get your power from divine beings and all that kind of stuff. Arcane is understanding the flow of arcana and all that kind of stuff. Occultism is kind of like the divine, but
Weird.
it's an entirely different kettle of fish.
So I'm hearing I should have been rolling on arcana through this.
No, not really. And primal is the elements.
Yeah.
So it's nature and druidic and all that kind of stuff. The problem with corruption and purity is there isn't anything like that for them.
And people can still learn that magic?
They can, it's just hard. Because with the other four schools, there's been thousands of years of people learning how to harness them. So you don't have to start from the ground up, basically going, if I drain certain amounts of arcane energy into myself and I shoot lightning bolts at people, does that blow up my head? Because that's already been done with the other four schools.
I imagine it would be like giving a monkey a barrel of gunpowder and then watching it try and work out how to make a gun on its own.
Sort of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I feel personally attacked.
Has
You are
there
right.
been anyone in any particular stories about
Well, one of the reasons you know all about this is because corruption is usually used in a lot of mythological, especially for the good divines, in their mythos as the evil.
Okay.
It's seen as the bad guy whenever there's an end of the world scenario. It's oh yeah, and the great corruption rose its ugly head once more and it was smoked down by certain insert heroic figure from your church, so on and so forth.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
divine magic was only as good as any other type of magic against it.
Yeah, there's not really any good or bad against corruption and purity.
It's not like Pokemon where the fire type is super effective against the
Yeah.
grass type.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not quite how that works.
Yeah.
That's primal anyway.
I was
Yeah,
simply using
yeah, the primals, they do have a system like that.
They got a nice little wheel.
They got a thing going.
Yeah.
But has the church talked about anyone attempting anything to do with corruption recently?
No, nothing recently.
Yeah.
The last time you remember it being mentioned with any kind of, say, certainty in air quotes, was probably 3,000 years ago.
How long ago before we forgot it? The world forgot everything? 5,000 years ago. Okay.
Like 5 or 7. It's one of those two. It's a while.
How did elves live again?
900. X.
Yes.
I was like, is it my great grandparents' time? They talked about it?
It's one of those things where elves can sort of live forever, but not
Technically immortal.
technically.
That's when they turn to vampires, right?
They get to a point where they get more fragile over time as they get older. And eventually they will succumb to like sickness or something like that. But if somehow you manage to keep yourself in perfect health, you could, in theory, live forever.
Okay. Does anyone have questions about it that I can think about?
Yeah, how much did you just tell us?
Oh, I've told you everything.
I'm assuming that was me speaking through you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Your voice went real different all of a sudden.
Possessed. The gods.
Don't joke about that right now. Can I do a knowledge arcana going off that to see if
Sure.
there's anything else
Yep.
possible? I doubt it with her nat 20, but maybe.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's from a divine point of view.
Time to go from the correct point of view.
Oh, it's not a 20, but it's a 17, which makes it a 24.
Cool.
Okay.
So with a 24 from an arcana point of view.
That's higher than my nat 20. Because my nat 20 is a 23 still.
My nat
You
20 is a
would
27.
know the breakdown from purity and corruption takes time,
Mm-hmm.
which basically means that,
Don't hang out in that room.
well, no, it's already being recovered, because once the source leaves, it's the natural world starts to repair itself, unless it's too late, like too long, which in this case it hasn't been.
But she's been with the baby alone.
For a long time, yes. You would know there are ways to amplify any of the 4 schools using purity or corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, it's not just oh yeah, this is now 2 times more powerful. It's an exponential increase.
So does this look at like it might have been, say, necromancy increased by corruption?
If you had to have a guess, that's what you're probably thinking.
Like if we include the weird shit in the mine, if these are connected, but I mean...
It would kind of explain the big ugly thing that you fought.
Mm-hmm. And if this thing might have been what they found in the mine, like an old ancient entity, no?
It would have been... You're pretty sure the dive team would have been able to handle that thing that you fought.
I mean, if we could
No,
do
no,
it.
I mean the dark thing.
Oh. No.
No?
It wasn't in the mine. You would have felt it otherwise.
Okay, cool. So the mine issue,
Separate from what you can tell.
separate issues. God dang it! What is it with necromancers?
That's how necromancy works. They get everywhere. They're like rats.
I
Are
like
the
the
stories
phone.
about people recovering from corruption, or if
Yeah.
you get okay?
You can recover from it just like it, but it's the same sort of thing. It gets to a point and then it's too late.
Okay.
If it gets to the point where it is, you've been... They use the term possessed, but it's not right. But it's
Yeah.
the best analogy they have for it. It's like the power will latch onto a host, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and then that host can use it, But it will destroy them in the process.
Well, that was more like what she had around her. It wasn't like a proper possession. I don't think. Was it?
Have you ever seen a proper possession?
I don't know.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if I had.
Because she's here.
What? I'm so confused.
The giant amethyst we stole from the mine.
What would I roll to know whether or not I have seen a possession before?
Intelligence.
Well,
Actually, no, wisdom.
I'll go with intelligence.
No, wisdom.
What's a 13 on the die?
-2.
Not negative. Actually, it might be.
Wisdom should be one of the good stats in.
No, it's -1. That's a 12.
A 12?
Have I ever seen someone possessed?
You were told they were possessed.
And you're the
You didn't
young
believe it.
girl.
But you were told they were possessed.
Guessing it didn't feel anything like this.
No.
Because you've had street life.
Yeah.
So,
So real life.
Ha!
You said purity fights
I've
corruption,
had real
right?
life, but it is a bit different.
And there's a way to
Fights is probably the wrong way. They cancel each other out. It's sort of like if purity and corruption are
Oh, yeah,
in,
that
they'll
too.
balance each other
And
out
actually,
until
no,
they
it was only
basically
5 years
dissipate.
I was a town guard.
And there's a way to
10 years I was
amplify
with the church.
your magic
So I was getting confused.
by using one of those
First 5 years I was
Yeah.
a bartender.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
I just
would one
looking well,
access
I had
purity
hospitality.
magic?
You would have no fucking
And then I
idea.
was like,
You
oh,
could-
but it's power.
Something you would need to
Crafts
look
would
into,
make
and
you
you would
drink.
need some obscure totems.
I should.
Yeah.
I don't. Because my background was town guard.
I'll
because
stick
that was
to the
before
elemental
you were
stuff.
a town guard.
Maybe.
So now we're the same thing.
By this point, you
Double
would have
intimidate
finished
people.
hammering
Yay.
some nails into wood. It looks
So-
sturdy.
Seems legit.
You've covered the hole.
Take a few steps back and throw the hammer at it just to make sure nothing falls off.
Bounces off. Nothing falls off. Done. Job.
I'll leave the hammer there just in case something happens.
No worries.
Throw a few spare nails near the hammer.
Yeah, no worries.
That'll be right.
Yeah,
Look
done.
after
So,
ourselves.
Well, at least all we need to do to work out the direction we have to head, in case we lose the footprints, is get either the husband or the old lady to work out exactly the point in the room where she was staring. Right? Mark that on the
They're
wall.
walking a straight line.
And then work out what direction of the compass that is. And then walk that way.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I would explain to you guys. Like, she also was obsessively staring at one point and had been for some time.
Right.
She used to do that at the other house. I'm guessing it is probably where the source of this corruption might be coming from.
That way.
He's pointing in the right direction.
Yeah,
Right. Can you do me a favour?
yeah.
Good.
What is it?
Oh.
It's not important.
That was just a test. Good. Now I want to call in that favour.
No, too late.
Alright.
You lost your chance.
Alright, fuck you then. Sparky, do me a favour. Squeak? Yeah, good. Right. Whereabouts is the stink coming from?
Points in the general direction. Which is basically the way back towards the house. Yeah.
Have we left the house?
No.
Oh, right there.
The house in the woods that you went to get them.
Right.
Yeah.
I meant the, like, so in the room,
Oh, in the room?
where was the source of this stench?
There's a chair in the corner.
Chair in the corner, you say?
Well, what used to be a chair, it's broken now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
oh, sorry.
Checking for flakes of skin and other bodily, etc.
Yep.
Excretia.
Roll me a perception test.
Woo, come on, natural one. Ah, that's only a 13. I rolled a 5.
Nothing that
Maybe
really
just not
sticks out.
showing up.
Alright, Pete.
Yeah.
What did you have?
Anything interesting about, like, what's in that shed? Is it just bits and pieces?
Yeah, there'd be like, you know, tools for gardening and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. Probably a wheelbarrow. Other bits and pieces here and there. Like, there'd be probably a couple of bags of like fertilizer or something like that. That don't look like they get used very often, but
Oh, just pockets on the loose nails.
no worries.
Get some glue.
Well, Well, actually, I'm not doing much. Oh no. I guess I could bend some of the nails, but that wouldn't make a difference because they're nails. I was thinking, how do I make caltrops? But you have to have 3 points of contact and one sitting up. So a bent nail is still just going to sit flat. I'll just pocket some nails. I'll do something with them.
Nice.
Get one really long nail. Put it into a piece of wood. Boom. Spike knuckle.
Until the nail hits a bit of bone and pushes back into my hand.
What you gotta do is get a 2v4 and put some nails in the end of it.
He's got a board with a nail in it.
What is purity?
Huh?
What is purity?
The opposite of corruption.
Not
I
being
feel
pure.
like that is a theoretical debate that your ancestors are still arguing about.
Yep.
Because if divine is not the opposite of corruption, purity is the opposite of corruption.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the divine and purity?
So the divine has balance.
Cool.
So the divine encompasses both good, evil, chaotic, lawful, all that kind of stuff. Purity is basically energy in its basic form.
Cancer.
Essentially.
Corruption is breaking down energy of its basic.
I mean, you could think of it as creation and destruction, but
Kind of.
on an energy format, I guess, at more of an atomic level, maybe?
Huh.
It's hard for you to describe it because it's something that nobody knows like next to nothing about.
Right, so while these two are having this philosophical...
Yeah. You're trying to describe the building blocks of the universe.
Yeah. I go outside out to like where everything kind of landed on the ground and see if we can spot blood splatter.
Yep.
If there's any actual
You do
impressions
find
on
some
the
blood
ground.
splatter, you do find some footprints, like Izula told you.
Right.
One thing you do notice,
Mhm.
the footprints look a lot deeper than they should be.
Looks heavy. She didn't look heavy.
Either heavy, or from what you can tell from how far apart the footprints are, she had a lot more strength than what you'd be expecting.
It's like, this woman could jump real far.
Yeah, like you'd normally be expecting like the footprints to be like, maybe a meter apart.
Mm.
These are more like closer to 2 or 3 meters.
Oof, that's a bound.
Yeah.
Right, so there's no way we're catching her by the time she gets wherever the fuck she... God, we know where she's going. And the footprints kind of moving off.
They
in that
basically
direction.
go out the back, which is in the herb garden.
Mhm.
Then as soon as it gets to the back, you can see that there's a gate which is being flung open.
Yep.
And they just basically immediately turn left and back towards the house.
Should I tell them I can't find her? Don't look at me like that. Oh, they're here with me, aren't they?
No.
Oh, thank fuck.
No. Because these two are still having a philosophical debate and you're still trying to figure out how to make caltrops with nails.
Yeah. Hey, does she have a sickle in there?
There would be a sickle, yes.
Does it look better than mine?
It looks about the same.
Used.
I'm gonna swap them anyway. I'm pretty sure hers is better than mine.
It's got magical healing herb powers on it.
Could do.
I mean, it is used to gather herbs from a herb garden, so
Yeah.
well, it could have magical healing herb powers, which against the undead would be kind of heavy.
Yeah. She won't notice, it's fine.
Wouldn't the weaponized one be slightly different?
No.
It just
not
says
really.
scythe, not war scythe, so I imagine it's
No,
just
no. So you went to
blacksmith.
Arabs to get a sickle.
Yeah.
Like he said, it'd take him about a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you wanted one right then, he would have a sickle for you, but it would just be a standard.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, and also just going off the name of it on the website, it's just sickle, not war sickle, so I imagine it is literally just a...
There is a sickle saber, which you would have probably heard of. That is, it's a sword that has like a big curve at the end of it, which is more like a sickle that's been designed for combat. Same as a war scythe.
Like the ones the Egyptians had that went up and then there was like a C?
No, that's a Kopesh.
yeah, it's reversed, it goes the other way.
Actually,
so theirs goes this way, to the back, that would go to the front. Reverse katana.
It's kind of the same, but not.
Okay.
A Kopesh has the same sort of theory behind it, but where a Kopesh sort of goes straight and then, like, you know, has more of the angles.
Mhm.
Sickle saber would just be sort of the slight differences. Anyway.
Also, if you look at the picture, that's a sickle. That is a sickle, not a...
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, fine.
So,
Stomp back into the house looking real unhappy. She's gone back to the fucking house.
Well, yeah, that was the direction she was staring.
Oh, thank you. That's really helpful.
I literally already told you this.
Yeah, really. Back to the house or towards the house because they're different things.
Wait, there's a brothel here?
Until we see that she's physically at the house, then for all intents and purposes, they're the same thing.
Right, now, answer my question. Lock your ears.
Before we get to that, what I wanted to be doing was seeing if Floxy could smell the old bone scent that he was talking about.
Roll a perception test.
That's a 10 total.
She can't really pick out the smell amongst everything else.
No, all good.
Quick, give her a condescending look. Or a look of disappointment.
Oh, why would I do that?
Just do it. She told you to block your ears. Because you know she's going to say something really awful.
Oh wait, you told me.
Yeah.
Lucille asked Azor to block her ears.
I'm going to go and see if Kakra needs my help.
It solves two problems.
I'm not here.
Yeah, she's left.
Oh, good. What's our intent with this?
Well,
You need to talk to not the paladin about killing the wife and baby.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The whole time about corruption, I was thinking about that baby, and I was like, that baby might be gone.
That baby better not with the source of the corruption. The baby's gone.
The baby has spent
I mean,
so
it's
much
not
time
here.
with that mother.
It is in fact not it.
No, but how much time it spent with that mother? That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Fine, don't worry.
But when I detected magic, it was on her, not the baby corner. Because I rolled a nat 20 on that. Pretty comfortable on that. And she didn't have the baby on her, did she?
Not that you saw.
Okay. Well,
And the baby just latched on with the mouth.
All I can picture is this picture I said. Oh boy, I'll show you later.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good dad.
Okay, well, the way the darkness or corruption entity was around her, it was like shadowing the mother. There is probably a good chance that we're not in the room where the father is, are we?
Yep.
We would not be in the room with the father for this conversation.
Yeah, because me and Catherine in the room with the father fixing up the window stuff.
No,
I'm
that
at
was
the
outside.
shed.
He was doing
Ah,
that
yeah,
outside.
I was on
He's
the
outside in the shed at the moment.
Yep.
I was like banging nails in one end of the thing, whacking it in the wall till it sticks.
You guys would
banging
sort
nails in
of
the bottom.
be having this while you walk outside, I'd take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go to the front living area where we sat and had tea the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a good chance that the mother may be lost. When I detected magic on the room, I could not see the baby. The baby with death. I didn't see her holding it,
Right.
but this thing's fear effect kicked in and I didn't really look a lot. Because, you know, fear
Yeah.
effects, great.
Shit gets scary.
Pretty
That
much.
can't go wrong.
However, I could very much understand some sort of, if this is corruption, then I mean, why wouldn't they want to acquire a baby that they can corrupt from a young age and turn into some sort of being or entity that is powered entirely from this source? I'm assuming a lot here. I'm assuming a lot here.
That's perfectly within your character's purview to
Yep.
assume.
Also, that is the sort of thing that corruption would be able to do from the weird stories that it would just do whatever it wants.
Obviously, that's your understanding of it.
Yeah, cool. I have no idea if anything I've said is correct, but I mean, hey, demons like babies, why wouldn't corruption?
Yes, because the logic is obviously transposable.
What?
I don't know if demons like babies.
Well, apparently they're delicious.
Ask Azula.
Okay, I don't know.
Azula, do you like babies?
Shh.
I'm outside.
Yep.
I just like, stuck my head out the door and just shouted.
Oh, you. Yeah, babies are adorable.
Alright, good to know. She said she liked babies. She didn't say they're tasty though.
I feel like she would.
That's probably a good sign.
Maybe. Well,
Right.
I think if it comes down to it, if we have to kill the mother, we have to kill the mother. If we can rescue I think the child should be the first priority in that regard. And then if we can save both, that is great. But I don't know if getting rid of whatever magically created the link or source for this corruption, if getting rid of that will unscar her or remove the link, or if she is just tainted. But like this room, once removed from the taint, or once she left, the taint is fading. So maybe if we can destroy the main entity, put her somewhere, then her taint will be clean. She will no longer have a dirty taint.
Yeah, good to know.
Anyone else smell fish?
Not just old bones.
Never mind.
Excellent. I'm so glad this conversation happened.
It's like, alright,
But if we have to kill the baby, we kill the baby.
alright, what stuff in here can we take with us that's useful? What in here is anti-corruption?
I mean,
Browse the shelves and such. See what it is I can just yoink and yoink.
Just gonna rob the old lady.
Not a massive amount. Say, police business. We are commandeering this. Police business.
I'll go ask her what herbs she's got. Or oils.
I definitely steal a few things while she's gone.
That's fine. What are you doing?
Hello, lady.
Yeah, she's sitting on the bed. She looks like color has returned to her face and all that kind of stuff. She seems to be staring at the door, and when you open it, she flinches a little bit. But when she sees that it's you, she sort of, takes a couple of deep breaths and sort of. She smiles, but you can tell it's forced.
You don't have to force the smile. I know that this is your shit night.
That's one way of putting it. How can I help you?
Well, we are going to have to... Well, actually, can you tell me what you saw?
What did I saw?
Yes. Because
I saw Charlotte throw Zachary clean across the room into the wall and then break down the window and jump out.
Where did the baby come into this?
Well, she already had the baby.
So she had the baby when I opened the door.
I don't know. I came in after you'd left.
Interesting information. Good to know. Good to know. Do you have anything particularly pure? Like any herbs?
I've
or like
got some
essence?
distilled essence of various herbs. I don't. What do you mean by pure?
As in like not corruption?
What do you mean by corruption?
Like the basic essences of the universe that are more powerful than the force of
Excuse me, there's too many
She just has this blank look stare of. What are you talking about?
Gigantic neon question mark above it.
It's like, look, I know it's a long shot.
Like I said, I've got some distilled essence of a couple of different herbs.
Anything that's good against undead?
No,
Okay.
nothing. I don't make holy water. That's.
I know. Do you have any like
We need more churches in this place.
any
I need more clerics in this party.
do you have any drugs that are good for like stamina and adrenaline and make you feel stronger? You know, like the there's like bull strength spell that some people cast or.
No, I'm not expecting her to have that, but she might have some sort of root that has like
That's
a natural Ritalin effect that I can give to him, so he's like.
Anything flammable looking in that shed?
The shed.
Maybe if you get enough.
Like oils and shit. I don't know, like does she have a jerry can of petrol there or something? Like, fuck. I need something that'll burn.
She's got some. It's a mixture of herbs that basically helps you ignore pain.
Excellent. Can I please have that?
Yeah, you should be able to find some down there.
Okay, wonderful. It might be safer if the two of you stay at the inn with other people than
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
As you're like having this conversation, you hear footsteps from behind you. Zachary appears to have finally come to his senses. As he's standing there, he's in the process of putting on his breastplate. He's like, I'm coming with you.
Take it off, you'll get yourself killed.
I'm coming with you, and there's nothing you can say that will stop me.
Okay, well then you might need some of this herb. It helps you ignore pain. This is going to hurt you either physically or emotionally.
What do you mean emotionally?
Well, I imagine you're already emotionally hurt at the moment. This is pretty shit situation.
Yes, well, I'm coming with you to help get my wife and daughter back.
Excellent. We'll do what we can.
He just sort of looks at you. The hell does that mean?
It means that I don't know if we have the strength to fight what is out there, because it is tainted by magic more ancient than the gods. But we will try.
Or run away.
That is the actual truth.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. He's like, cool, alright, let's go.
Alright, can we escort the old lady to the tavern first, just in case, because I don't want to, like...
She, as you look back at her, she has a look of... Roll me diplomacy, I think it is, for insight. Or is insight an actual skill?
No, it's not. I think my diplomacy is like +2 or 4.
It's here somewhere, there it is.
Yeah.
+4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Cool!
are you bad at anything?
Yes.
Yeah. Medicine.
I know, I do pretty well.
And nature.
And religion.
And intimidation. I just went with your basic stats. I'm like, you're good at charisma, intelligence, strength.
I'm shit at wisdom.
Okay.
Shit at wisdom.
Ah, the only place where I truly excel.
Yeah.
Alright, well, she seems to shake her head a bit and then grabs a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, goes, alright, I can make my way up there by myself, that's fine.
Okay, good. Do you have any other healing potions anywhere?
No.
I can only dream. I'm still fucked
She
from
goes
yesterday.
to walk out and then puts her hand on Zachary's arm and just sort of, you should come with me, the other one. He just sort of brushes her off and goes, no, I'm going with them. And you see she sort of sighs a little bit and then makes it.
Just kind of like, just
What is that?
I don't know, like, should he go with you? Like, should we refuse here? Like, do I whack him over the back of the head so that way he's unconscious and you drag him to the tavern? Like,
Keep talking, you're giving me more chance to steal things.
Okay, so you would find 2 numbing tonics, 1 animal repellent, and a minor vaccine is essentially what they come down to.
Just drink a lot, you'll be fine.
So,
I've got numbing tonics.
2 numbing tonics, 1 animal repellent,
Thank you.
1 minor vaccine.
numbing tonic,
what was
dose,
the herbs she gave me?
animal repellent. She didn't give you anything.
Oh right, she told me to go grab them, didn't
Yeah.
she? Yep.
Which,
I'll go grab
surprisingly, you get down there and everything seems to be gone.
What?
them. Do you know what it is you're taking?
Yes.
I've put them on your character sheet, by the way.
Thanks.
So,
Alright, I also look for, if possible, a whetstone
not here.
and something sharp.
What else?
There probably wouldn't be a knife out the front, but you would know there would be a knife in the house.
Nah, tits, I don't want to get caught.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, well, we'll improvise.
Yep.
Boy, let's go.
we're outside enough
I
windows.
was rummaging through the shed.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Is that?
He's from the inside, from there. I'm gaining supplies.
There are some planks of wood. There is a wheelbarrow. There are some basic tools for
Yeah.
gardening. There is some
Yeah.
fertilizer, nails.
You absolutely turned into a bomb. I mean, I couldn't, but I imagine someone could.
Probably. Someone of an alchemist's persuasion.
I don't know, I've heard the rats are pretty good.
Like a tinker, maybe?
And thus, the pipe bomb was created.
Pocket some nails, swap the sickles over.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing else useful here.
Yeah. One pocket sand, except their nails.
Yeah, it's got eyes, doesn't it?
As far as you know.
Why don't I just picture him trying to use that against a gelatinous cube? Just fucking nails.
Heavy metal poisoning.
It'll take a while, but it'll get him.
Give that 10, 15 years, he'll know about it.
Yeah. Alright, so, where to from here?
I'm sorry, you came out with Zachary and said let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going hunting.
He's gonna die.
She's just... Zachary just looks at you with this dark look of, you fucking what?
Is that not what you do when you follow tracks to find someone?
It's called tracking.
That one. Also, we need to kill whatever the thing was that was near your house, which is probably the source of this corruption magic. I'm hoping if we can kill whoever it was that channeled this energy, then we can remove your wife from it and she will no longer be fainted.
I just need to get them both back.
Okay?
Alright, me and Lucy have walked off a little bit away from you. This is not a good idea.
I know.
Why is he coming with us?
Oh, that? No, that's a great idea.
Why?
He's motivated.
And if we end up having to kill the wife with the kid?
Well, if you have to kill a wife and baby, what's one more dude?
I mean, at that point,
Yeah. May as well finish off the rest of the
You're not that.
I mean,
Aren't I?
no.
Okay.
They went a little bit further ahead.
Sorry then, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind.
It's going to get in the way.
I can guarantee you that we will not be the one killing the wife and or the child. He will.
I'll end up killing him.
Mm.
Can't let a civilian.
He's not a civilian.
I am.
I mean,
not there, but
there are two civilians, there are two guard, and one, I don't know what you'd call him, a farmer?
I mean, he's the one most invested in this.
Apparently.
He has a sword.
Yeah,
He's not a civilian.
he has a sword. Does he have a shield?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna grab some planks of wood.
And a pair of nails.
Yeah, and nail some bits of wood together, throw some rope around and be like, here. Shield.
Does he
Roll
know?
me a craft.
Here we go.
Does he know the situation?
It's a +0, which is not a worse thing.
Does he understand what has happened to his wife and child?
I assume so.
It is +0, isn't it?
Actually,
it
I
is.
don't know.
13.
13. You manage to get it together, and you present it to him just as it falls apart.
Yeah. I'll use
He
that
just sort
hammer
of
this
looks
time.
down at you and then ignores you and keeps walking.
Alright, this time I'll use the hammer to put the nails in.
At this point, he'd probably come up behind you two. He's like, alright, where are we going?
Your place.
Okay, I can lead the way.
Are you aware of what is happening?
Don't know, don't really care.
We're gonna go kill some monsters and save some people.
That does it. That's close enough for me.
Are you aware that we might not be able to save your wife and child?
Good. Now we have to come to.
Well, we're going to. That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
Yeah, that's his job.
Zachary,
Roll me diplomacy.
9.
Yeah, it's his job, and then you just turn around and walk away.
Probably in the right direction, though.
Yeah, definitely in the right direction, but
Walk away, turn off. Well, fuck.
There is a possibility that your wife and child have been corrupted by this dark magic too much, and
well,
they will
then
not
you're a
be-
paladin. You can fix them, right?
Don't
There is
worry.
a point where it is too far of corruption.
Roll me a diplomacy test.
we need him to be motivated, Haley.
Yes, but we also need him to be
We
ready.
don't need to scar him further.
Oh, natural 1.
No, don't do it! We need him to be ready mentally.
This is not the time convincing his wife and child are going to die.
It is a possibility.
That's an out of character comment, by the
I'm
way.
aware.
Yep.
That's a 7.
He just sort of looks at you. So what's the fucking point of you coming? And then just walk past you.
Zachary.
As a vet, you don't touch me.
If it were to come down to a hard decision between your wife or your child, which one do you want me to save first? I know you
I'm
would
not
say
going
both,
to-
but I can only carry one. I am little. Which one?
Anne. It'll
Okay
be
then.
easier for you to carry Anne.
Okay.
Behind?
Then he walked in
He
front.
just keeps walking.
Yeah, look, I made him make the decision of which one I'm supposed to save first, so I'm not gonna feel bad if we kill the wife. Because he told me to save the baby.
Right, good. Now everyone shut up so we can hear.
I see when I was moving off, I just sort of, throw the bits of wood and shit working on it.
And that is where the story ends for this episode. Thank you for joining us on this part of our adventure. Stay tuned for more adventures next time, and don't forget to spread the word.